Happy Christmas Eve, everyone. We are beyond excited here. We have family over from Australia. We have Santa arriving tonight. We are very excited. We're also still in the Quayside Shopping Centre. Please come and see us. Myself and Dara are there until 4 o'clock and we really would love to give you a Christmas hug. Today, I know that it's got to be brief, that you guys are busy, but take this 5 minutes for my most favourite pose in the world, Supta Baddha Konasana. So you'll remember Baddha Konasana, we did it a few days back, and it's the pose where you sit with the soles of your feet together and your knees off out to the side. It's the cobbler's pose, named after the shoemakers, the cobblers in India, who sit like this and hammer and work in this position. So for this pose, the supta again means reclined, so she's going to lie back. I've got a bolster there in place, and I'm also going to use a belt. So one of the belts tied and in a big loop like that. If you don't have a belt, the other kind of temporary belts that we've been talking about, like the bathrobe, what's it called? The bathrobe belt. I'm going to keep this in. The bathrobe belt won't really be a help in this one, but what you can do is you can have a wall in front of you and your toes up against the wall, and my hands would be the wall, and that stops your legs spreading out. So place the belt over your head and it goes all the way over your torso, and then bring it in between your legs, so it doesn't have to go all the way in the outside of your legs. And then the other thing to watch for when using the belt is that you want this, that I call it the tail of the belt. You want the tail looking up towards you. So you turn that so that your hand can pull the tail towards you, and that helps you tighten it. The belt has to be around the rim of your pelvis, so not up here at your waist, but down here at the rim of your pelvis. And now you can just use the hand to tighten it. And you tighten it as much as you feel comfortable with, and it keeps your heels in there, and the pose is kind of double bound, double baddha. And now bring your hands behind you, and as always, take that deep, full breath to fill your upper body, fill your side body, and then on an exhale, bend your elbows and use the strength of your arms to bring you back over your bolster. I've placed the bolster right in at the base of Rosie's pelvis because I know that that's her preference. But remember, like in the Supta Virasana, when we used the bolster before, you can have it kind of 2 fists distance back, and then it takes your lower ribs. And Rosie, lengthen the back of your head away from your body. That's it. And you can see that her throat got softer. And take a breath, get long through the side of your body, and bring your shoulder blades back. And then I'm going to again come in here and take the buttock flesh and lengthen the buttock flesh towards the knees. You could actually physically lift your pelvis up and lengthen your tail and your buttock flesh towards your heels to create a bit of space in your lower back. And turn the palms of your hands upwards. As always, it's again that gesture of opening up to the universe and giving back to the universe. And perfectly good place to stay, or you could do the arm variation that we did in the Supta Virasana, if you remember. Would you do the bound arms there, Rosie? So you bring the arms behind you. She's going through all the steps of bringing the head of the arm bones back. She is an A student. And then get longer up into your armpits, and then you would swap arms, because always when you have 2 limbs you have to equally work with both. And again, you can stay here for 10, 15, 20 minutes, well supported. So it's similar to when we were sitting in, maybe it was Baddha Konasana, that if there's any strain into the knees here, then you support the knees. You could take blocks in underneath the shin bone. That will also help if there's a pinching in the outer hip. Especially if you do intend to stay here for any amount of time, you would have to do a little bit of a propping on your legs. I've only put one block in there because it's the only one I have here at the moment. But if you're putting 2 under one, put 2 under the other to keep things balanced. And then to come out of it, exhale your arms forward and then place your hands on the floor. And then with an inhale, use the power of your arms and push your hands, forearms into the floor, lead with your heart, and up you come. And then you kind of get yourself out of that, a little bit of a Houdini. So loosen your belt a bit and take your arms away. And what you could simply do now would be to straighten your legs out and lie back down over your bolster. Again, would be a nice option if you have the time. And if not, I hope you've all your potatoes prepared and your puddings done and that you're enjoying Christmas, and maybe I'll see you at the stall. Colin, love to see you. See you tomorrow. Namaste.